Alright, so I have a little time. School got put on 2-hour delay today because of the cold. So I had made the list. I said I would make the list like soon. Like I said Wednesday or Thursday. If it wouldn't come out before then, I'd probably not upload it for a few days because again, Valentine's Day, 3-day weekend. You know. But I had actually made the list Sunday, and then Monday I just didn't really do anything. So I'm making this today. I'm making this before school. So yes, it's going to have to be a little quick, but it will be able to be uploaded at 12, which is good if I get everything done. If this isn't at 12, it's because I'm lazy. But anyway, here are my 2024 way too early predictions. Basically pre-draft, pre-free agency, stuff like that. I like to do one before the draft, one after the draft, and then one after the preseason. Basically after the preseason, if not a little early, just to see who everyone gets. But we're here once again with another prediction. Again, it's going to have to go a little quick. I have to be at school by 9:30, and it is 8:41. So expect like a 20-minute, 25-minute video. That's what I'm going to try to aim for. But first, we got the AFC. And first, overall in the AFC, we have the AFC East. So I have the Bills going number 1, 12-5. Dolphins taking a slide, going 7-10. Patriots going 6-11. And Jets going 5-12. Now, the Bills, a little you don't really have to explain it much. It's the Bills. They have Josh Allen. He just won the MVP this year, so congrats to him. He's going to carry the team no matter what. As long as the defense is semi-good and they have anything on offense, they should win a lot of games. That's just what Josh Allen does. I really expected, the Dolphins or the Jets to win the AFC East after last season when they lost Stephon Diggs and basically everyone on the defense. But apparently Josh Allen's just too good. So we may see a slide from Josh Allen. But right now, I have him at 12-5. The Dolphins going 7-10. I've lost confidence in Mike Daniels and Tua Tagovailoa. I really was high on them before, but after that last season, it just didn't look too good. And now there's rumors, or not even rumors. I mean, Tyreek Hill wants to leave. And if Tyreek Hill leaves, there's no one for Tua to throw to, and if there's no one to Tua to throw to, I mean, he does have Waddle, but still, if there's no one for him to throw to, like Tyreek Hill, what's he gonna do? And they can't play in the cold, which they can't even play a team that has a winning record. So, I've just lost confidence in the Dolphins. It's unfortunate because I do like them, but that's just what the cookie crumbles. Patriots, Drake May had some flashes. They're gonna start building. Travis Hunter maybe they might get Travis Hunter. Some key defensive pieces. They're gonna look a little better. I think they need at least 1 to 2 years more to simmer, but they could be good. It depends if they do everything right. It could be good. And the Jets, kind of unexplanatory. Aaron Rodgers is leaving. I thought Aaron Rodgers did fine. I didn't think Aaron Rodgers did that bad for the Jets to release him and stuff. But it's just not his place. I guess he's gonna go over to the Vikings somehow for no reason when JJ McCarthy's there. I don't know why. But the Jets, I think they're gonna start losing players. In my opinion, I mean, there's just no direction in that franchise. There's nothing. I mean, they got their coach fired, who was pretty good for nothing. And now, they don't have a QB. They're going to need to get one through the draft. Or they're going to need to sign one. He's not going to be that good. And they're just going to have to tank for another year, hope they get the first overall pick. And will they get the first overall pick? Well, we're just going to have to see. Next, we have the AFC North. And I have the Ravens going 12-5. The Bengals, a little high in my opinion, but looking at their schedule, I have them going 10-7. The Steelers, I have obviously going 9-8, and the Browns going 4-13. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, he should have been MVP. He got snubbed. We know that. But the Ravens, they definitely can get better. They can get worse. I think they need some more weapons on the offense to pair with Zay Flowers. Mark Andrews, he really should not be, as big anymore after that terrible divisional game against the Bills. There's a problem there, obviously. They do have Likely, so I'm not saying their tight end group is bad. They do have Likely, but, Andrews, no. Nah. And the defense, I think if they get some key defensive pieces, they can still compete. The Bengals, obviously, best offense in the league last year, or this year, I guess. Joe Burrow should have been MVP. He would have been MVP if he had a defense, obviously, because he was playing lights out. Jamar Chase won the Triple Crown. Somehow did not get a vote for OPOI. I don't really understand that. But obviously, Bengals offense is good. They're even, franchise tagging T. Higgins, which doesn't necessarily mean they're going to keep him, but there's a chance that they could create a deal with him, obviously. But the defense is obviously where there are some questions. They fired their coach, Lou Anarumo, their defensive coach. He's a Colt now, so that's fun for me. If they can get some pieces on the defense, if their defense could be somewhat manageable and doesn't allow 40 points to the Steelers and teams like that, then they should win some games. And I have them going 10-7. Steelers, I don't really have to talk about them. It doesn't matter what their roster is. They're going 9-8 or 10-7. I purposely made it when I was doing my predictions in, it was Pro Football Fusion, that website. I used it last year. I purposely made them miss the playoffs just because I didn't want them in. The Steelers don't deserve anything. They're not going to start Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's apparently going to be gone. They're going to start Justin Fields. I'm telling you that's not going to go well. Justin Fields is not a good QB. Steelers, they still have a really good defense. Offense is meh. They're going to go 9-8. Doesn't matter. And the Browns, they have no one. I think they're in contention to get the first overall pick. I think they're going to go 4-13. And it's not going to be pretty. The Browns basically don't have a QB. I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to start Deshaun Watson again? What are they going to do? They're losing. They may lose Myles Garrett. He said that he wants to be traded. Now, if he gets traded, that's another question. But he said he wants to get traded. And they basically don't have anything at that point. So, Browns, not a good spot. For the AFC West, this might seem a little crazy, but I actually have the Chargers going 10-6 and winning the West. Now, when I was doing my predictions, I thought that was crazy, obviously. But the Chargers do have the chance to be a really good team. Obviously, they have Justin Herbert. He's not top 5. He's not top 10. But he's still a good QB. And, the defense is pretty good. Obviously, under whatever Harbaugh it is, Jim Harbaugh, I think. Obviously, their defense is going to be really good. If they can get some weapons on the offense to help Justin Herbert, then they're going to be really good. And that's where I have them. I have them going 11-6, and that shocked me. I have the Chiefs going 10-7 and not winning the West. Although, I do have them making the playoffs. The Chiefs, obviously, after that Super Bowl, their cap is really bad. A lot of their money is going to their top 5 players. Travis Kelce might retire. Now, they have Noah Gray, but Travis Kelce, obviously one of the biggest parts of the team. But I do think the Chiefs take a little downslide, apparently. I have them going 10-7, And yes, I have them losing to the Colts because the Colts own them in the regular season. That's what I'm saying. Now, I also don't know where I went wrong on this one, but I have the Broncos going 7-10. Their schedule's pretty hard, surprisingly. They have a lot of tough opponents. Will Bo Nix live up to second-year expectations, or will he falter? There's been people like Mac Jones who had a really good first season and then fell off. So, is he a Mac Jones type, or is he a franchise QB for real? We're just gonna have to see. I have him going 7-10. Obviously, pretty good defense, pretty good offense. They're pretty balanced, I'd say, not flipped towards one side. But yeah, Broncos are a little low for my liking. But when I was looking at it, it's just how it played out. Raiders. I also have going 7-10. They have the chance to be an all right team. They're getting Pete Carroll as head coach. They're gonna have a high pick. Do they get a QB? Maybe. If they can do some work, and with Pete Carroll, they aren't gonna be absolutely terrible. They're gonna be fine. They're not gonna be good, but they're gonna be fine. So I have them going 7-10 in my prediction, obviously. The AFC South, once again, my bias kicks in. I have the Colts going 10-7 and winning the division. It's every year. Every year I predict the Colts to win the division. Every year they don't win the division. And I feel like this team's going 7-10. I think the Colts are gonna go 7-10 realistically. But when I was looking at it, I took the Chiefs game as a win. I think I had us win against the Chargers for some reason. Yeah. Again, I don't think the Colts will go 10-7, but my bias kicked in. I have them at 10-7. You know me. Colts, if Anthony Richardson's good, he's good next season, and he stays healthy, and he can, start throwing the ball better, then yeah, this is possible. It's possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But again, the Colts under Chris Ballard are just too inept to do anything right. And over multiple years where they should have won the division, they just can't seem to win the division, which doesn't make sense to me. But obviously, the defense, not good. I hope to see Lou Anarumo get some improvements. Obviously, the offense, I really want Tyler Warren. If we get Tyler Warren, get another couple of pieces, they can be good. It's just, will they be good? And I don't think so. Because that's just our team. It's just mediocrity. Texans and Jaguars both at 9-8. I'll start with the Jaguars first. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence got injured, but they weren't playing good in the first place. They fired their coach. Their new coach looks goofy, really goofy. But they have Trevor Lawrence. They have pretty good weapons on the offense. They have Brian Thomas Jr., one of the best rookie receivers in the game. Of course, he's not a rookie anymore. The defense is okay. I don't think the Jaguars team should have been that bad last year. Or this year, I guess. So I have them going 9-8. And the Texans, I also have them going 9-8. Schedule's pretty hard, I'd say. It's just, I don't feel right. It doesn't feel right, honestly. Yeah, I feel like the Texans will be better than 9-8. But yeah, I have him at 9-8. Obviously, C.J. Stroud had a fall. Kind of fell off. He's still good, obviously, but he wasn't as good as his rookie self. They have a really good receiving core. It depends on them to see if they can stay healthy. And their defense is okay. It's not the greatest. We'll see how Joe Mixon plays. But I have the Texans going 9-8. And the Titans, who have the first overall pick, they likely will get a QB unless they want to stick. If they want to stick with Will Levis, they're going 3-14. But if they get a QB, they get some pieces on the defense. Or actually, they didn't even have that bad of a defense. If they get some pieces on the offense, like a better running back, another receiver, they can be pretty good. I'm not going to deny it. So I have the Titans going 7-10. Now, we reach the NFC, and under guidance that every year has to have a different NFC East winner, I had to force the Commanders to get first in the NFC East. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Obviously, the Commanders are going to be really good. Jaden Daniels, one of the best rookie seasons of all time. They're obviously in contention. You've seen that they made it to the conference championship. They're going to build this offseason. And they're going to get a better defense. They might get some pieces on the offense to help Jaden Daniels. Because really, they had Scary Terry, not the best running backs. So if they get a good running back, they can get some defensive pieces. They're going to be really good, and they're going to compete for the Super Bowl. And that's not even crazy to say anymore. So, Commanders 13-4. Super Bowl winning Eagles, they're going to step back the tiniest bit. I have them going 12-5. Jalen Hurts, obviously, is he in top 5 conversations? Maybe. Maybe not. Really good team behind him. Saquon Barkley, obviously, Offensive Player of the Year. Most rushing yards all time, including playoffs, with like 2,500. So, another congrats to him. Really good team. Really good defense. I'm going 12-5. Just one shy of winning the NFC East. And then we got the two poverty teams. We got the Cowboys and the Giants. We're both going 4-13, both for different reasons. I think the Cowboys will draft Ashton Jeanty, and then they'll tank. And here's why they'll tank. They have, I don't even know the guy's name. His name starts with an S. His last name starts with an S. They hired that random coach that nobody knows. And, I don't have much confidence in them. I think their players are going to start wanting to leave because they're not doing good. And I don't think Dak's going to do good either. He's coming off the injury. I just don't have much confidence in the Cowboys. I have them going 4-13. And with the Giants, they can't do anything right. They're going to get a QB. They need everything. They're going to get a QB. They're not going to have much help for that QB. And then they're going to falter. Let's be honest. So I have the Giants going 4-13 and the Cowboys going 4-13. Both in a title race for the first overall. Now, we have the NFC North. I have the Lions going 9-8. Packers and Vikings going... the Lions going 12-5. Packers and Vikings going 9-8. Bears going 8-9. Now, with the Lions, they're still a really good team. They got Goff. They got Gibbs. They've got Amon-Ra. They got Jameson Williams. They have a pretty good defense. Their defense got banged up. And they're going to come back with a vengeance now, considering they lost the Commanders in the divisional round. So, the Lions are going to lock in, as they say. They're going to try definitely way more. I think they're going to easily win the NFC North. They're going to go into the playoffs and try to get their vengeance. And will they do that? We're just going to have to see. Now, Packers, I have them going 9-8. I don't think it's Jordan Love's time yet. I think the year after that is Jordan Love's time. Because guess what? In 2027, the Super Bowl will be on Valentine's Day. You know what's about Valentine's Day? Love. You know who's loved? Jordan Love. There was this one theory that was on TikTok. It was funny. Yeah, I don't think this is a Packers year. I think they need to get some more pieces on the offense, get some more pieces on the defense. I think one more year they're going to be pretty good. But right now I have them going 9-8. Same with the Vikings. They're going to be starting J.J. McCarthy. I think they're going to take a little step back. Although, they made Sam Darnold into a really good QB. So, we're just going to have to see. But Packers, Vikings, 9-8. That's kind of what I have. Now, for the Bears, I'm getting a little better. I am going 8-9. Obviously, Caleb Williams has proven that he's good enough to at least contend for the best Bears QB of all time. Because they all suck. All the Bears QBs suck. Like, they've never had a good QB. So he can only contend to be the best QB of all time for the Bears. I think they need to get a little better. Their O-line is absolutely horrible. They allow every single sack possible. Their offense is okay. Their defense is okay. I mean, I think they're going to get better. I think they need one more year. I think they need 1 or 2 more years to get better. And then the Bears will finally compete once again. Although we'll see if Caleb Williams pans out and gets 4,000 yards. Now for the NFC West, we have the 49ers going 14-3. If you look at their schedule, it's extremely easy. Their schedule is extremely easy, and I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't win 12 plus games. Obviously, Brock Purdy, they're bringing back Christian McCaffrey, who hopefully does not get injured this time. Their offense is still pretty good. Their defense is still really good. And if they get some pieces, or more pieces, they're going to compete once again for a Super Bowl. That's just how the 49ers are. I think this is their last year, though. If they don't win it this year, because they're running everything back, if they don't win it this year, I think it's over for them. I think their cap's just going to be too much, and I think that, they're just going to fall off. So, for the other teams in the West, Seahawks 6-11. Geno Smith's gonna play bad soon. And their offense really isn't that good. Their defense really isn't that good either. I think they need to tank. I personally think they need to tank and get a better QB. But we'll see. Seahawks, not the worst team in the world, not the best team, 6-11, somewhere around there. And the Cardinals, I'm going 5-12. They need to tank. They need to do bad. They didn't do bad this year. They need to do bad next year. They don't have the pieces. They don't have the QB. They don't have the offense. They don't have the defense. They don't have anything. And it's really a shock that they did good in the first place there. So, Cardinals, I'm going 5-12. Need to speed up. Rams, y'all are going to be mad at me, but I'm going 4-13. Again, Rams are frauds. Rams are not that good. They're going to lose Cooper Kupp because the team wants to trade him. There's rumors that they're also going to trade Matthew Stafford. If not, Matthew Stafford's going to fall off eventually. Their defense isn't that good. Their offense won't be that good without Cooper Kupp. They are going to win 4 games and be in contention for the first overall pick. I don't think the Rams are that good. I don't think the Rams are that good at all. They're frauds. And finally, NFC South. I have the Bucs and the Falcons tied for 11-6, but you know that the Falcons can't do anything right, so I still have the Buccaneers winning the South. The Buccaneers, obviously, pretty good team. Baker Mayfield, career resurgence. Really good running back in Bucky Irving. Obviously, you have Mike Evans going for the 1,000 receiving yards record. He ties Rice now, so he's going to go for that. Their defense is alright, too. They get some pieces on the defense that are going to be pretty good. Falcons, I have going 11-6, mostly because I think Penix is going to take a step up. I think the offense is already pretty good. They have Bijan. They have pretty good receivers. It's just they don't use them correctly. The defense needs a little work. I think they're going to work on that in the offseason, and they're going to get a little better, and they're going to win 11 games, and they're still not going to win the South because that's just how they are. Now, the Saints, I have them going 7-10. They always just seem to be mid no matter what. They got a new coach. They're going to bring back Derek Carr. We're just going to see how they're going to have to play out. Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, obviously one of the best running backs in the league, Alvin Kamara is, but they don't really have the receivers. They don't really have the defense either. So we're just going to have to see what's going down in Saints land. And the Panthers I have going 5-12 because they need a lot of pieces, and I still don't have confidence in Bryce Young. They could look a little better, but they need a lot of work, too. So I have the Panthers going 5-12. Now, that's it. You can slowly look at this list. I need to get ready to go for school, so I'll see you guys later after you look at this list and peace. Yeah, usually when I do it, there's a lot of tied records, so. Browns 16th in the AFC. Yeah, that's it.